Testing. One, two, three. Salute to the Godfather. Salute. Freedom and tolerance. Wait, I gotta do something real quick. Word. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Why now? Anyway, freedom and tolerance. It's just something I wanted to share today, real quick. I'm not gonna keep too much of everybody's time. I know it's busy. People got things to do, including myself. Um, man, I always try to be grateful for what I have, man. So in my day to day, I work with an adult population, mentally ill adult population over here in New York, and I meet my clients where they're at, literally where they live, where they hang out, whether it's in the streets or facilities, you know, hospitals, shelters, streets, trains, stations, or whatever, corner, street corner, wherever, dilapidated situations. It's one. There's sometimes like it's like certain things affect me more than other times. Like one guy just told me, like my job is to just make sure that my clients do not decompensate so that they can go back to like a psych ward, right? In other words, I'm supposed to ensure that they're going to their appointments for mental health and they're taking their medications. If not, how do we help them ensure that they take their medications so that they don't have to decompensate, put themselves at risk, hurting themselves and people in the community to then end up back in a hospital, right? A lot of times they end up in jail, but prisons are not the best settings for people who have serious mental illnesses. And it's taxing. I appreciate that, Godfather J6. I appreciate that. Um, it's just taxing in a sense because people in my capacity and what we do and in different capacity, we just have to keep it together for all of them because they're used to instability and chaos. So we have to present some type of normalcy, some type of balance, right? We have to, so that they can maybe or maybe not aspire to, to maybe even wonder and hope that they can one day have that for themselves, like reach some type of level where they can control and have a decent quality of life, that they can control in some cases, their impulses to do crazy things. A lot of times, all it takes between them falling apart and not falling apart is just medications, yeah. So I spoke to somebody today and I told them, we in your corner. Like we meaning myself and other people like who a team of people in the community that's just trying to help. We trying to meet them in the community instead of keeping them housed or caged long term in these facilities where they're forgotten about. A guy just told me, he said, "Yeah, you trying to help me keep my freedom." And that, it's like I didn't even say that to him. He just told me, like, "Yeah, you just trying to help me keep my freedom." And this is a person who's in their 60s, you know what I'm saying? Like in their 60s, is looking at somebody years younger than him in a position of need, in a position of need, like, and is expressing what they know that people who are giving them service and support is pretty much helping them do overall in their daily lives, is to ensure that they keep their freedom. And their level of freedom and the freedom that a lot of others, especially in this industry that I like to talk about in crypto, represent, is almost two vastly different realities, man. You know what I'm saying? Like what we take for granted, the amount of crap that I take for granted, it's like I'm ashamed of myself. Like when he said that, I had to catch myself and say, "Oh man," it was a self check. The person is living in a residence, quote unquote, fancy word of saying supervised, like a shelter situation, but it's more supervised, safer, quote unquote. But some aren't. Some settings are just what they are. Some people rather live in the street. They rather live in the street than live in these shelters out here, man. In 2023, with the hopes of exercising their own personal understanding of what freedom is. And many of us have our health, we have our ability to, right, to meet our obligations. We have the ability to work and earn income. And then we complain about not having enough. We complain about needing more. And I'm looking at the person who told me that dude, like, spent the majority of his life incarcerated, like institutionalized. Imagine somebody in their late 60s that appeared to you and you see like a child. Like it's like they're looking at you with the face of a child, even though they're 60 plus 65 years old. And they've done some heinous things. It's crazy how life turns around. It's crazy how things come back full circle. If you read some of the history, you wouldn't believe, like, this is, everybody has a story. That's the point. And how sometimes I find myself having zero tolerance for nonsense is because of, like, I guess the work that I do on a day to day lets me to appreciate more than complain in my life. because my clients remind me to be thankful of everything I have. Yeah, that's why when I look at the complaining that a lot of people do in YouTube and the internet, it's not real to me. Like it may be real for them, but that's like, yo, that's so so temporal, so short lived, and even almost it depends though, because it's subjective. But it can almost be insignificant compared to the problem someone else is going on. Someone always has more to deal with than we do. Someone always has more to deal with than we do, and on a day to day. I mean, I'm meeting individuals that have no idea what time of day it is. Yeah, they don't know. They're not even aware that it's a new year. They're not aware what time it is. They're not aware of their location. They're just looking for the next whatever to smoke. They're just looking for the next hit of something to smoke. You have a conversation with somebody and they leave, or you leave, they forget who you are immediately. Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of times I find a lot of people like in crypto, right? In crypto, a lot of people they're spoiled. They're spoiled and suffer a huge sense of entitlement and even delusions of grandeur. You know, this sense, this gross sense of entitlement. It's almost disgusting because you look in, sometimes, I just go back and I see a person's appearance. Like I look at the population and it's easy to judge by their appearance, but you don't know what the person's going through in their own personal life. You don't know. You just don't know. In a lot of cases, when you look at the population I serve, you can tell something is off. You can tell, and that's their reality every day. How's it going, Tin Top? Freedom and tolerance. That's their reality every single day. And we take freedom for granted. Our freedoms, the liberties that we have, that we exercise all the time, the simplest things we take for granted. And many people, I mean, hold dear. The guy just told me, what are you, what are we, he told me you're just trying to help that we're trying to help him keep his freedom. And that's literally what I try to ask him. Listen, if you don't comply as far as like, with his treatment, these things get reported and they get reviewed, right, by certain individuals that make decisions regarding your life due to certain circumstances that he's experienced, certain levels of trauma, right? Certain aspects of trauma that he's experienced in his life led him all the way up till now to be in a position where you've been out of the penal system and out of the state ward, mental health. You've been out of the physical institution itself for over 5 years. You don't want to jam that. You don't want to jam yourself up, mess that up. I explained that to him and I've been working with him the whole time. been through its ups and downs because there's no perfect situation. But overall, apart from the mental illness, there's also medical factors involved, right? So like for him to just tell, because I told him, look, we on your side, we on your team. We're not trying to punish you. And he said, I know you're trying to help me keep my freedom. That just messed me up, yo. Because he's 100% right. Trying to help him keep his freedom, and you'll find me ranting on social media about some crypto garbage nonsense. Meanwhile, somebody is grateful that they have $3 in their pocket. And then I go, this is why I said, people, like the tolerance, like we have to raise the bar, I think, in my opinion, in what really counts in life, what matters, what 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 we hold dear to us, what's important, what has real value. Like we have to raise the freaking bar. There's some people who literally have nothing and they're happy. And then they would look at us who have, to them, they would look at us, any one of us that has the ability to even listen to this YouTube, whatever on YouTube, have a phone, they look at us as if we have everything, and then we complain. Meanwhile, they have nothing and they're happy. We have everything and we complain. Make it make sense. Something's not adding up. Thank you, Buffalo Heart. That's well appreciated, man. Or I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but respect to you. Respect. Respect to you. Your statement is well appreciated and received. I'm just trying to share information that might be helpful so that we can navigate through this market and understand, as that we can't lose sight of certain things, because what goes up has to come down and then go right back up again. Things are going to, like, we are ahead of the curve. I don't know if all of you invest, right, in crypto. I don't know. But I talk about crypto a lot and I incorporate other things in it. I don't know who invested what. And because it's none of my business. But we are here for a reason, and we need to be grateful and think about like what we want to become, right? We need to really be grateful and thankful and appreciative for what we have. Our ability to just walk, to think, to sit down, to get up, to run, to jump, to speak, to hear, to eat. These things that we take for granted. And some people like, yo, wonder what the hell are you talking about? Not y'all per se. I'm not saying my viewers now, but people they don't care about self-reflection enough. It's about satisfying your palate right now, your desires, satiating your primal desires, which I get it, we're all human. But every day can't be all about one thing, because too much of anything, they say, is not always good for us. It's about perspective and I think balance, though. You know, Why is it that so many people, let me read this before I proceed. Exactly. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't, because a lot of times, I don't know if y'all know, but I believe in a higher power. I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of prayer, religion, spirituality. I believe in a higher power. Um, sometimes we have plans and the creator laughs, like it's the way we see things might not always fit our paradigm. It might not always fit our destiny, our blueprint. Like there's things that we're here to accomplish. We just have to really understand what those things are. And a lot of times we don't discover it at all. And maybe we do, we just ignore it and think it's not good enough, right? Because we're trained to behave in certain ways. Like it's weird. Like instead of embracing yourself, your core, your reality, being grateful, we sometimes think, oh no, that's not good enough to pay the bills. Because now we have to be these trained, conditioned, mental, machines that we're soon seems like we're going to be replaced with artificial intelligence. We're programmed and conditioned to enrich the lives of employers while we remove ourselves from ourselves consciously because we don't have the time. We're always tired and we're thinking that our talents, and some of us may think we have no talents at all, are not good enough for us to really achieve some form of happiness. Like it's weird. Some form of real freedom. Freedom is subjective too. A person can kick that freedom, sovereignty talk all they want. It might not relate to other people. I was exposed to that type of talk decades ago, and it didn't work out very well for an associate of mine who was espousing some of this freedom, Black Law Dictionary, uniform commercial code, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out well for him. Under the guise of freedom, though, under the guise of, this law of the land, wherever you go, you become the law. Like the law of the land doesn't apply to you. Some weirdo type of thing. Because why? He didn't understand who he was. He didn't understand his value. He didn't understand. He wasn't told to appreciate him. He wasn't told and taught to cultivate his gifts himself. And so you seek it outside. You seek some type of whatever answer outside. And sometimes it doesn't connect with who you really are, but you force it to. Like a lot of stuff in this crypto community stuff, don't make no mistake about it. I don't jive with not like a lot of these people that talk and like particularly what I like. I don't jive, and it has nothing to do with like weird things like race or anything like that. It's an energy thing for me. It's an energy thing, you know? It's just off to me. A lot of these people, they just off. Because for me, I try to, because like in my line of work, I have to work with people in a sense where I can't I can't involve my own shortcomings and prejudices against a vulnerable population that is being subjected or afflicted with conditions and illnesses that do not discriminate. So why am I going to apply preconceived certain weird type of notions in crypto? I don't do that, but I still respect and acknowledge energy. And a lot of the people in crypto, like the energy vibe just doesn't gel with me, and I'm sure mine doesn't with them too. That's life. You can't make everybody happy. Everybody's not always going to see what you see and or agree. But it is what it is. It is. I mean, all I'm saying is we have to be our tolerance level for nonsense needs to become sharpened. Like eliminate garbage out of your life in every aspect, from what you listen to, what you eat, right? People who's around you. Eliminate negative, because those types of weird negative energies affect you overall. If you're around something that causes you to be discouraged, to lose motivation, right? To feel tired all the time, exhausted, you can't function properly, motivation out the window because of your lifestyle, because of the choices you make, the attitudes you may develop, the company you keep. You become that, like you become that. That's why 95% I don't listen to the Twitter nonsense no more, because it's just trash. I don't need it. And I know it affects me because some of us believe in empathy and are empaths. Like you pick up on stuff. I know people do, you know? And so whatever you pick up on can adversely affect you. And if it's something that's crazy that you see on some nonsense like crypto Twitter, eliminate it. Shut it down. Because that's a form of exercising your level of freedom too. Because when we get affected by these things, it's like we're bound by the behaviors and actions of others. Why? If we want to talk about freedom, I have a client who has a bullet in his head, who told me that we're helping him keep his freedom. And I'm going to listen to some whoever on crypto Twitter, like, or YouTube, whatever social media, and ruin my day. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, for what? For what? We're in crypto to win. Everyone's not going to win. We know that. And that's just the messy aspect of life. Because life is messy. There's a whole lot of mystery to what we call life. And a lot of things that the founder of Hex does, I don't like. I don't like how he moves. I'm be serious. Like, I don't like a lot of things that guy does. RH, you know, but I do respect that he did something that a lot of people wouldn't do, and he did something that appears to have helped thousands of people. I respect the fact that he's done something that appears to have helped thousands of people, and I cannot, like, really scoff at that. He used his favorite numbers. He's a man of numbers or whatever. He likes number 3. He likes crypto. He has a little bit of developer knowledge, blah, blah, blah. He incorporated what he likes into creating a six-sided shape cryptocurrency with magenta colors, all these whatever things, and here it is. It's his work. Whatever it's what it's done, and it's brought it's brought everything beneficial to the people who find it beneficial and helpful. And I cannot scoff at that. Like people can't say they got scammed, and that deserves a certain level of respect. Appreciate that, since it's all. I mean, and likewise, like you seem also dedicated to support creators and people in the space and the community, like for real. And I've seen you in many different chats, and I appreciate your sentiments right here. Well received too. Well received. Finn Bears in the building. Finn Bears in the building. Finn Bears in the building. What's going on? Hope you are doing well. Happy New Year to you. I think we deserve what we deserve. In other words, what how we frame our minds, our lives will reflect what we think, what we believe, what we know, our attitudes, etc., etc. You know, I just I want us. I can't. All I can do for me, as far as when I'm talking about freedom and tolerance, is control how I respond. There's certain areas of my life that I know I need to work on, and it's important. So it's up to me to make the moves, the appropriate actions, take the proper actions to address certain things. And it's the same that I have to apply here, with crypto, because there's always something in my normal life that brings me back grounded, that doesn't let me get lost in this bear market woe and misery stuff, because there's nothing to really be woeful about. Like it's like when we have a storm, when there's a rainstorm, a snowstorm, a hurricane, tornado, earthquake, typhoon, tsunami, right? When these things occur, we brace ourselves and deal with it the best way we can. The markets are different, but these are extended types of uh, active natural calamity, more extended. But come on, you gotta, if you're staking, you're earning every day. You're earning every day. And then we have extra, extra coins that we can stake that are bonded with Hex, that also pay every day if you're staking in a bear market. In a bear market. But because, thanks to certain personality issues that, individuals, and this is just my opinion, thanks to certain personality flaws, like the addictive mind, the addictive personality, appeals to some type of degenerate type of activity. People want to get theirs today and now and every day. They gamble. And we know gambling is not the healthiest of activities. It could be incredibly destructive. You could lose everything. Because that exists and that is furnished in crypto. Oh, they will give you like there are people who will feed the addict. They will feed the addict and give the addicts what they want. You got to be careful. People, places, and things, right? You got to be careful for these things. Be aware so you don't get caught up. Because, like, to me, things are fine. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, things are okay. Everything could always be better. Even when things are great, people could always find something and say, oh, no, it could be better. I need it to be better. Blah, blah, blah. I find something to complain about. But it feels like to me, unless you're overextended and you did something, again, degenerate style, and you're gambling your life away, God forbid, hope you get help and support, even treatment for that. But things are not that bad, yo. And we're able to do what we have to do. Like, I understand MetaMask now has allowed a third party vendor to work with them, partner with them so that they can provide people the opportunity to buy crypto using their credit cards with MetaMask, right? Now, when you think about credit card, you want to talk about just giving your information away. You're giving your name, you're giving your banking information, you're giving it away to a third party, and they have your information. Sure, they're helping you acquire crypto, but it's not person to person. It's person to third party to another person back to you or whatever it is. And in the spirit of, like, I guess in their warped way of helping you exercise your freedom, you giving up more of your privacy and you giving your information away. You giving up certain things that's just like that could be sold. Anybody can do anything with your information. Who knows? You just gave it up for some crypto. Hey, I don't know if that's crypto, but people don't care about things like that because you don't hear a lot of noise being made about things like that until something goes bad. People, like, that's another thing. Richard Hart always in his streams and in his years of speaking has always said, no admin keys, right? Not your keys, not your crypto. No third parties, no middleman D, et cetera, et cetera. No one cared before all those companies last year went bust. No one cared before Celsius went bust, before Voyager, Three Arrows Capital, BlockFi, you name it. No one cared before FTX. Even after Celsius, after Luna, after all that stuff, and between that time and FTX, no one cared, and even still now, no one cares about giving up their proverbial cheeks to the man so that they can repeatedly get violated. You've given up all your information No one cares. And they talk this freedom talk. And it's a fight, an uphill battle that we have to fight. It's this uphill battle that we have to fight. That's just it's what it is. These are things that I think are worth fighting and maybe challenging for me. Like dispelling the nonsense and helping people become aware of the psychological. It seems like it's some type of psychological operation, but I don't even know if it's a psychological operation. But it's something that folks just don't even think it's important to even care about because we've been trained for decades to give all of ourselves within reason to somebody else as far as our monetary energy for someone else to house and take care of it because they can do a better job safekeeping, storing it, holding our money better than we can. And we espouse, oh no, we want to be free. We just let our freedom go by doing that. But no, we want to be free. And, we're going to tolerate having somebody who we don't even really know to hold our monies. Make it make sense. 100%. 100% with this comment. 100%. 100%. Since that's what it's about. Using the platforms and not letting the platforms use you. Using the bear market, not letting the bear market use you. How fire is that? And what you said, Godfather, was just as powerful and relative to using the bear market and not letting the bear market use you. That is wisdom. That is absolute wisdom and needs to be celebrated and praised. Don't let the bear market use you. Use the bear market. That's what it is here for. I'm not a financial advisor, but I remember when weird coins like Cardano was what 2 cents back in 2020 March around the pandemic dip was like hovering around 2 cents. That thing shot up to a ridiculous number in like the early part of the bull market in like January 2021. Why? Because the bear brought those discount opportunities, the fire sales. Brought the fire sales for the people to ingest or take advantage of. Folks, good people, like I tell you, man, I mean this when I say this, like it's about quality, not quantity. It's about the quality of life that you decide to experience and live. I kind of feel bad for Richard, and I'm gonna tell you why. He knows what he's. I think he knows what he's doing for the most part because he created something that's helped people. Even though a lot of people say, he's the recipient, he's the owner of the OA. We'll never know for a fact, but a lot of people speculate and believe that's the truth. That he owns the OA, and when he explains censorship and how you always have some form of censorship or censorship activity take centralized activity, not censorship, centralized activity taking place with these huge corporations that have existed and that continue to become enriched. It's very hard to argue. And but I do feel bad for him because I don't know if he has any real support, like real support that he needs, like good support, good solid support. And I'm not talking about people in Hex that meet him places to party. I'm talking about real everyday, like some type of support system, even if it's one person. I don't know because he's dealing with a lot. That's just my opinion. Like from what I'm seeing on the outside looking in, you know, I wouldn't want to be in that position at all, believe it or not. Millions or no millions. I don't care. Like that he's living in a condition where, in my opinion, and this is what I'm saying from what I see, like that glory that he's looking for, it's like look at what he's sacrificing for it. We don't, all that stuff with that fancy clothes, that doesn't equate to happiness, people. No matter how much watches you have, how many times you've seen him display his watches, and look at his face, look at his countenance, look at sometimes the flat affect that he gives when he used to stream. Like there's something missing. You know what I mean? Like there's something deep seated and missing, and it can't be sought or found or discovered in a Rolex or a man bag, you know, or some type of Louis Vuitton, whatever, you know. I believe in the math. I believe in the code. I believe in the activities, the natural activities of market human behavior. That's not going to change unless some aliens come from another galaxy and try to take over, right? I'm hearing a lot about Chat GPT. I'm hearing a lot about some Chat GPT, folks. Like, there's people in this is why I talk what I talk here, because people in my normal life, regular life, they are so unwilling to learn, and it's quite challenging. It's very challenging. They're unwilling to learn. And I see Chat GPT as something that's growing and it's going to become it's going to catch fire super quick. If I'm talking about it, it's catching fire. It's catching fire. Imagine speaking to an AI, speaking to them about an idea that you have, and they just coding. They're coding everything you're talking about. They're coding everything one's talking about. Imagine what the future is gonna look like. We could create our own. Like that's a whole nother. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a coder, but I have different interests, and I'm gonna see what Chat GPT is about. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Okay, absolutely, Finbear. Exactly. I exactly. You need to for your own well-being, your own sanity. I agree 100%. I stay away from Twitter too. It's trash, trash. Like, and even certain streams as well. Like when I say like I like the code, I do. There's something going on with the lack of understanding or willingness to be open-minded, and really people don't really know what they own when it comes to this crypto thing. They don't know what they own, you know. Yeah, better now with check out. No, me neither. But it seems like it's powerful. But check this out. I don't know. I've been looking at like the bonds that are tied with hex. Staking is a powerful thing, right? We see that staking is crazy powerful. Um, a lot of times the 10,000x story is celebrated. 10,000x, 10,000x, 10,000x. But I don't and 20,000x staking. 10,000x liquid, 20,000x staking. Okay, great. But T-shares, from what I understand, did a 15,000x. T-shares, 15,000x range. And then when you have tokens that are bonded to that T-share rate, that not only helps Hex, but helps stakers who are staking those bonded tokens. Like, that's another reason why I don't have any like bear market blues. Like, I'm looking at it, like, y'all, like, you're looking at the T-share rate, you understand up and to the right, all these cliche up and to the right terms. And then you have a token that is bonded to the Hex T-share rate. You hold the token and it accrues in value or something along the ceiling price. As long as the T-share rate goes up, it affects the value of the token that you hold. And I'm talking about ICOSA. I'm not even talking about Hedron. I'm talking about ICOSA. That's a coin that is catching my attention. I mean, I've been watching it since they launched it. And I'm trying to really, really capture the understanding, because this thing is tied to the T-share rate of Hex. Two different ways. Two different ways. Like, and guess what? It seems like people don't care. The ICOSA stakers care, because I've seen it in the Telegram groups. But something's about to happen, man. I'm telling you, because the T-share rate keeps going up. The T-share rate keeps going up. The T-share rate keeps going up. And there's a very high inflation period with ICOSA right now, if you're staking. So the rewards are what they are. And those rewards, especially with ICOSA, are tied to the performance of Hex, and specifically the T-share. Whoa, listen. Oh my God. This is part of the reason why. And another thing that people just are, I don't know if folks are afraid, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. I don't know if people are literally afraid to talk about certain things. Like, no one's talking about ETH-W and ETH-FAIR anymore. What happened? What happened? Richard couldn't even give a full description on where he stood on it, because he said he had to still look into it. He wasn't sure. He wasn't sure about replay attacks and things of that nature and blah, blah, blah. And, he did at one point, I believe, ask about what's the liquidity looking like over there on those two forks, especially ETH-POW. But, ETH-POW and ETH Fair, man, you could do magic right now at a fraction of the cost. And people don't like, I don't know, maybe because it's new, right? It's new. Alex can't create um the infrastructure is absent in ETH Power and ETH Fair to where Alex for Mycosa and Hedron can't create uh like a front end to allow people to use the auctions because those have been staying dormant, except there are people who behind the scenes who know have been participating in the auctions quiet as kept, but not as much as on ETH 2.0 because ETH Power and ETH Fair, their infrastructure is lacking. There's no way to have like the subgraph indexer, no archive nodes, information and things that people need to be able to do things at an efficient rate to where you don't have to wait 12 hours to load a page, you know? But there are two, like, you know what I'm saying? No one's talking there. Yo, I don't know. Look, and I imagine I would still be blogging at the end of this year, right? I hope that we all continue to live our best lives by the end of this year. Meaning, like at the end of this year, I'd like to hear some great news with ETH Power and ETH Fair, people. Come on now, with some ETH Power and ETH Fair. Those things are cheap. I'm doing somersaults and gymnastics with those fees. That's how cheap they are. Happy as a mom. I am happy as a mom. Yo, that is what it is. I cannot stand ETH 2.0 anymore. You see how I'm like this, that PTS trauma, people. I'm sorry, fool. Look, I can't be, look, post-traumatic slave disorder. You know what I'm saying? Post-traumatic slave disorder. We're dead slaves at the bottom of the pyramid, and I'm sick of it. You see how my voice has changed when I'm talking about certain things? My heart rate is increasing. I'm a work in progress, people. I'm not perfect out here, man. I'm work in progress. There you go. There you go. There you go. Winning. This is what look. You see? The t-shirt. Shout out to Crispy, hexfire.io, because he has the tool where it shows and it captures so much data where it could tell you when the t-share rates are going to increase according to the end stakes, the hex stakes or block hexfire.io. Shout out to Crispy, man. Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like the ceiling price. I don't know if I like that term, but I get it. The ceiling price of Icosa, and I get it. What makes this thing, it's just noteworthy. People are not talking about it for many reasons, but I'm talking about it because T shares was what caught my attention with Hex. T shares was what caught my attention with Hex. Full disclosure, truth be told, 100%. Rolando, what's up? What's going on? Glad to have you. T shares was what caught my attention. You know, um, and when you have a bonded token, a token bonded to the T share rate, I mean that's more opportunity for the printers to go. Brrr. That's more opportunity. That is more opportunity for the long run to do, and because the T-share rate keeps going up, the T-share rate, and you know this thing is bonded twice, people. Icosa's bonded twice. Why is Icosa getting no love? Not enough love. Icosa needs to be getting some love. What are we doing? Icosa needs love too. Everybody hate, not everybody. So many people hated on Hedron. Not everybody. Because a lot of people who dumped on Hedron cannot get the same amount that they dumped on today. They can't. It's gone. That's it. That's crazy. Crazy. On top, some Icosa came into the fold. People, some okay. You know, people gave Alex a hard time when he had to remove the whale bonus, shark bonus. Who cares? Because he blessed us anyway. He gave us a fire blessing after the. This is, you see, people. You see. Some of us are not grateful, man. Some of us are just not grateful, man. Some of us are just not grateful, man. The man removed. Oh, whale was what 20% at the end, and it wasn't even guaranteed because depending on the performance of the pool, your stake might be you started as a whale in the beginning, and then after 360 days, you might not be a whale anymore. It might be a dolphin because of the pool size. So it wasn't a guarantee for you to get the 20% jump off anyway. So why are people so mad when he blessed us with what? 25%? 25%. And listen, y'all saying 1 year for the first year. Y'all saying for the first year, like it's not. I heard the man say this. I heard him say it, and I don't know why people not talking about it. I heard the man say it's every year, son. Hey, hey. I heard him say it. I heard him say it. Everybody just stuck on this 1 year thing. They think after the year is no more 25%. I heard him say every year. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's me wishful thinking. Nah, because look, anything tied to the T-share is a win, man. You gotta have hex first. I'm not listen, man. Listen, man. You gotta get your hex weight up. You gotta get your hex weight up. Life is good. I like that album by Nas. Glad to hear that, Rolando. 100% facts. Grounded in hex. Full staked in Hedron and Icosa. Just chilling. Exactly. 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 Like why are people mad? You chilling. And that's a feeling. That's isn't that a good feeling? Oh, look, it's more real. Look, it's not me that's saying it, people. It's y'all that's substantiating the real deal when it comes to Icosa and Hedron. And I'm talking about Icosa. You know why I'm talking about Icosa a lot? You know why? Because it's getting no love. It's getting love, but not enough, right? And I love the fact that when you stake Icosa, you're earning Icosa and Hedron easy. Hedron easy and Icosa easy. Oh man, you can't front on that. And the secret weapon, look at that whole thing. You see how Icosa bonded to the T-share rate twice, two different ways. That is crazy fire to me. Why aren't people talking? Why? Listen, right? People have talked about it. Shout out to the people in the Icosa Telegram group. Shout out to them, yo. Because I've been learning. Look, Icosa is advanced calculus, man. I'm not a math guy. And I struggled with limits, with pre-cal. I struggled. I couldn't stand it. At I can't even say it. Icosa, advanced cal. Like my head, let me tell you, man, for the past 4 months, 5 months, oh, I've been studying. Yo, I'm in school. When I'm hearing these guys break it down, I'm in school. And then when they debate, or may not always debate, well, they would have Gifford Game Crazy, Crypto Sloth, Hexecutioner. Shout out to Jawa. Shout out to the whole Icosa Telegram group. Your man, what's up, Mike? Mike, shout out to the whole Icosa Telegram. Like it's like you guys, hats off to y'all, because you guys, listen, man. Alex, that's just a bravo. That's just a bravo. Bravo. I don't care about some kind of you had to remove the bonus. I don't care about none of that, man. I mean, because you blessed us. Like, not only did you make good, but you made better. You did it better. You did it better. And we got it on multiple chains. Yo, check this out, folks. Check this out. Check this out. Why are we mad in the bear market? Why are we like? Why are we mad? Why are we mad in the bear market? Why are we mad in the bear market? Help me understand why we're mad in a bear market. Bravo to Alex, man. Bravo to Alex. I don't like what them other guys did. Bravo to Alex. Bravo to Alex, man. Yo, upstanding dude. They try to throw him under the train. They try to do all kinds of weird whatever. And he still made them look good. He still made listen, man. He did listen, man. Listen, man. And guess what? So this conference, right? Yo, Alex, and I see. Cause I'm watching, I say I'm in tune, I'm plugged in. I'm plugged in like y'all understand. My viewers understand. I respect all my viewers too, man. Shout out to y'all. So I see your man, not your man, as far as Richard Hart or Alex. Not your. I just speak this way because I'm black and I'm from New York and I love hip hop and I was reared a certain way. But your man who's running the Hex conference, right? I see how he didn't invite Alex to speak, the online conference. I see how he didn't invite Alex to speak. Like, yo, wait, what kind of, yo, you know the memes with the side eye? Yeah, that's the look. I'm like, really? This is the type of time we on. This is what we're doing. So let me get this straight. Let me. You're not inviting, and it is crazy. But you invite the ops. Yeah, I'm starting some stuff, man. I don't care, man. I don't care. I'm talking to y'all. Why wasn't Alex invited to speak? We know why, or do we? I don't like the fact that he wasn't invited to speak. I don't. I don't. Listen, to be frank with y'all, Yeah, he all right. He all right. And I say that that's it. That's the most you get out. All right. Like yeah. Mm. Um, the only people I want to hear from, because I'm gonna be tuned in, but I'm not gonna be tuned in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna be tuned in Monday, 9 p.m. I actually only people I want to hear from is Richard Hart and Alex. That's it. But Alex ain't on it, so it's only Richard Hart. And I don't want to hear the same thing from Richard because the minute I hear, hey everybody, Richard Hart here. I call the Bitcoin top while you didn't listen and got wrecked. The minute I start hearing that, I'm turning it off. I'm gonna tune out. I'm tuning out. Cognitive dissonance in full effect. In full effect. The minute I start hearing, hey everybody, Richard Hart here on the Giving Tree of Crypto. The minute I start hearing that, because hey, listen, I don't want to hear it. I'm done. I called the Bitcoin top. I called it 60K while you all got wrecked. You all decided to get into Luna and BlockFi, and you all decided to no. I'm good on all of that. I don't want to hear that. Please, please. But shout out to Alex though, because guess what, guys and gals? Pronouns, no disrespect. Respectfully, what do we have to be mad about? I mean, a year ago, I didn't see us getting two chains that we could quote unquote play with. I didn't see us getting two chains extra to to the assortment of blessings that we have that we can play with. I didn't see it. So let's see how in the next couple quarters, right? Next few months, 6 months or so, if those chains materialize to become something greater than they are right now. But who knows? So imagine a year from now, who knows what could happen? Because a year ago, I didn't see I didn't foreshadow or foretell that we were gonna get two Ethereum chains copies of stakes. The stakes on two of the chains, and it's hex easy. Oh no. Opportunity crazy. Opportunity crazy. Opportunity crazy. Hex is hex is hex, right? Everybody hex. Stop being scared. Because we're in crypto. We have no time to be scared. We are in cryptocurrency. We have no time to be scared. We are leaders in our own right, risk takers, trailblazers in our own right. Seriously, whether we want to accept it or not, whether you make content or not, you in this community, you doing what you're doing, you're a trailblazer because you're simply participating. You're part of the community. You're part of the fold, regardless if people know you're not. No, we got no time to be scared. What's the transaction? Three zeros? The transaction cost me how much? Three zeros and a number? Three zeros and a number. Every time? This is not a catch? No, it's every day. All day and night? All around the clock. Three zeros and a number. Oh, okay. No matter what. Okay. Oh man, people, glad y'all came out and hung out with me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it sure was. It sure was. Like for the guy to kind of like exclude Alex. Why? Yeah, the guy. Oh, he did? He invited him? He invited Alex? Good. I hope so. Oh, good, good, yeah, good, indeed, indeed. No one's high. No one need. No, we don't need deserve any high horse. We don't need to be, holier than thou and hot pedestal. No, 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 no. Come, no, not at all. And he's had some incidents occur to show. Listen, man. Come on, the community can stop like value. I'm not. Listen. Shout out to Alex. I'm glad Alex is gonna be in the conference too. I haven't checked. I'm just going by what y'all saying. But if he's gonna be in the conference, I'm gonna be listening to what Alex gotta say. And after that, what RH gotta say Monday at 9 p.m. I think that's what they said. And that's it. Because shout out to I is bonded to the T-share rate two different ways. Two different ways. And the T-share rate is going all the way up. It's not coming down. It's going up. So that's opportunity in a number in a certain period of time where we're going to look at what's going on and we're going to have a different type of feeling and experience and conversation if we hold on to what we got. I'm telling you, this is nuts. What is there to be mad about? I'm not even thinking about no expectations of no sacrifice expectations of a magical expectation, sacrifice expectation. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even talking about that. Moved on from that. I'm looking at it costs 3 zeros and a number to click send, to click submit or send 3 zeros and a number to do a transaction every time, every time, every time. Oh, and really, whatever, if I have to accept, approve, whatever, it's still not breaking the bank. Oh, this y'all get people. I'm telling you, what's gonna happen is gonna be this, right? And look, Mark, well, look. Wait, hold on. Let me read this. Well, we see. Woo crypto the the Money Mo Bing. Check out the Money Mo channel. Buddy Mo Crypto Movement channel. He's also a Hexican, but he's also well versed in other cryptocurrency communities and DeFi projects. Very, very entertaining content creator. Incredibly entertaining, and he'll tell you like it is. Like it is. Absolutely. Yo, sorry guys. 30 calls. Can y'all hear me? One, two, one, two. Man, well, I gotta go, guys. One, two, one, two. Can y'all hear me? Press one, two in the chat, like. Press one, two in the chat, like 10 times a day. Oh man, distracted. And when that happens, I got to do what I gotta do, folks. So let me see. I don't like breaking out like that, though. That's why. Like, oh, like, got a call, so. Yeah. I'm keep it real with y'all right now. So I got a call in. It's like one of those things, duty calls, and so I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce. Life is what it is. Thanks for rocking with me. Wow, I didn't even think it was gonna take this long. An hour and a half. Woo. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, take it easy, all of y'all. Be well. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I appreciate your sentiments too, Woo. Word. All right, later.